These are the big items that have to get packed up and put in storage before we depart for our travels. The first one is a Craftsman storage bin. Then we have two small refrigerators. The black one came with the trailer, and it would have gone, well, it did go in there, but we turned that compartment into a storage workshop tool area. So we have two small refrigerators, and then we have another one. This one's a Rubbermaid bin here. Barbecue grill, flower pots. You gotta figure out what to do with the flower pots. Just a side note on storage bins. This Rubbermaid bin is really good. It went together easy, never fell apart, really good. Doesn't leak, very nice. This Craftsman bin is a piece of, yeah, it's a piece. As soon as we got it, it started falling apart. I've had to fix it with screws and glue. And there's some glue right there. I mean, it's just a piece of junk. It's not nearly as good as the Rubbermaid. So my advice, if you're going to buy one of these storage bins, go for the Rubbermaid. Don't go for the Craftsman. The Craftsman doesn't leak. Well, when it fell apart, it leaked. It doesn't leak, but it's just not very, it's not constructed in a very stable way.
Earlier in this video, we showed you what we had here in the way of Rubbermaid, and I don't remember what the other one, I think, was a Craftsman that was here. We took that, and the refrigerator, the one that came in the trailer, we took that to our storage locker and unloaded it the other day. And so we're going to keep this refrigerator out until we get ready to leave. As you'll recall, we're leaving on a 5-month trip on May 1st, so we can't take all this stuff with us, and we have a storage locker a couple miles away. We'll be back here, not in this space, but in a different space on October 1st, and then we'll get this stuff out of storage. But this one, when we empty it out, we will take it to storage. And I think the barbecue grill is going with us. The plants are going to go down. We have a community garden down here, and we're going to leave that one, and there's one in the front there, and have somebody take care of it for us. So these are the major items. The steps will probably go with us. Sometimes if it's kind of high, our dog needs that step there. And the table will go with us. Now that refrigerator that we took out to storage last time came in this compartment, which is an outdoor kitchen, which if you look at some of our earlier videos, we converted that to a workshop for my husband. So that will go, will not go with us because we've taken that space and used it for something else. We have some odds and ends here that will go to storage. The chairs will go with us. I imagine the solar lights are going to go too, and the shovel and the broom and our water filtration system here. Our blue boys will probably go with us just in case we end up someplace without solar. The bikes are going to go with us. And we're going to take the ice chest with us since we won't have our two little refrigerators. The wagon will go with us. We're looking at replacing the spare tire with a better quality one. It's not, there's a video out about that too. It's not the Goodyear Endurance tire that we have on the trailer now. And so we're looking at getting something just a little bit better because we aren't really confident in the spare tire. I don't know if he's going to take the leaf blower. The wagon will definitely go with us. We got this wagon at Costco years ago, and it has been the best investment we have. And so I imagine that definitely will go with us. And then we got a little table here that we keep the dog's leash on. I'm sure that'll go with us. And the landscape lights that we're using here, and the Lego blocks, as we call them. I imagine the cone will not go with us, and the carpet here. This is fake grass for our dog, and that probably won't go with us, but these solar lights probably will. Whatever we can fit. That's why we got the camper shell on the back, so that we can fit more stuff in while we're traveling this summer. We will be stationary for the first month in Huntington Beach while my husband finishes up his school year activities, and then we'll leave from there to head to Arizona. And so it'll be nice and cool the next month, and we will be able to come back to our storage facility. It's about a 40-mile drive from where we're going to stay in Huntington Beach to where our storage locker is. And another thing that we've been doing is, normally when we're here, we move from spaces. 5 months were sunbirds and 7 months were snowbirds. And since we're only going to do snowbird now, we can't use the mailbox here that we get because they have a shortage, and so you have to be here year-round, or a snowbird to get one. And so we have a mailbox place which is a couple blocks from here, and they're really reliable, and we've used them before, and I'll have all our mail go there so that we can have them forwarded to us. We'll probably come back. I've got a doctor's appointment in May that we'll come back in Riverside County for, and I may have jury duty on the 19th of May, and I may have to come back for that. So we'll be able to check our mail a couple of times and take anything we need to storage. But they will mail us. All we have to do is call them and tell them to send us our mail. We don't get a lot of stuff there. We get some magazines, and then what paper bills that we still get. Usually it's like car registration. I think our truck registration we've already got that. So, and then if my husband was to get a jury summons, he hasn't been called for over a year, so that might come, and that would be something we would need. So that's one of the things we've already started doing, was getting all of our addresses changed over. I still have to change our bank address over, but I'll wait till the last minute with them because they don't ever mail us anything. Everything's online. And so that's where we stand now. I think probably maybe about the 28th or the 29th, we will take this remaining one and that other refrigerator over there. And I'll do a follow-up on the inside, and you see why we have extra refrigerators when you see our refrigerator inside. And so that's why we'll carry the ice chests. And so we'll cut back in when we get to the storage locker the next time to show you what we've got in storage. I'll keep all our quartzite gear there. Anytime we're boondocking, there's a lot of extra stuff we take to quartzite that we don't normally. We have a big rug, and things like that we take. And we will be taking our generator with us this summer, because there's sometimes when we've stayed in RV parks where the electric is not the greatest. There's a couple of parks that might be a little sketchy about that, and we've always had our generator with us. We wouldn't be able to run our AC, but we would at least be able to keep our devices charged and everything. Our solar panels can usually handle quite a bit of the load. We've hardly ever had to use our generator when the power's been out, but we wouldn't, just to have it on the safe side. And that's why we take the Blue Boys. We may take one of our 5-gallon water jugs too. But next time we're back in storage, we'll cut back in and show you what we do there. Okay, welcome to our storage locker. This is all the junk we couldn't part with when we moved into our RV full-time. This is the first of the Rubbermaid type things. This is the crappy Craftsman one that my husband does not like. And we put stuff inside that so that we could make good use of the space. And there's a refrigerator somewhere in here. The first refrigerator came over. That's the one that came in the trailer. It doesn't have a freezer compartment in it. We will be bringing over the Rubbermaid storage compartment sometime before the 30th, and also the other refrigerator which we bought at Walmart that does have a little freezer in it. And so, as you can see, this is just we've been dwindling this down. I mean, we've gotten rid of all the furniture except for some bookshelves, but we're trying to get rid of a lot of stuff. These Rubbermaid type black and gold boxes are really great. You can buy them at Costco for a really cheap price, and these are the shelves that you can also buy at Costco to stack them on, and I think they were about $30 a piece. We have all different sizes and we've got them labeled, and someday if we buy a casita where we can have an RV parked in the driveway, then we might want some of this stuff there. But for now, we just keep storing it. This is only about 3 miles from our RV park. That's all our quartzite stuff back there. You can see the water jugs and some extra solar stuff back there. And so we will, in the next probably 10 days, be bringing over the other one and the other refrigerator. And he's bringing over his power washer today because he doesn't think that we are going to need it. He also keeps his pedal bike over here. We usually take the e-bikes on the back of the trailer on that rack, but he has a rack here for it somewhere that he puts it on the back of our truck. He still likes to ride that one. Gets a little bit more exercise that way. But when we bring the other one over, the other Rubbermaid, we will cut back in again and show you where it's going to go in here. This table here he made years ago, and that's why we didn't get rid of it. It's a really nice piece that he worked on, and we've had it as a TV stand for many years, and so we couldn't part with that one. And the bookshelf back there is a really good quality bookshelf, but a lot of you, if you're full-time RVers, you probably have a storage locker just like this.
We're kind of in the middle of our departure process here, although we're not departing immediately. We're packing things up. We had 2 of these storage containers. We have 2 of them. This one is a Rubbermaid, and the other one we had was a Craftsman. I think I showed you in a previous video. The Craftsman is not nearly as good as the Rubbermaid. The Rubbermaid is really good. So the Craftsman has already gone to storage. Today I'm taking the Rubbermaid. Got it loaded in the truck there. I can push it in a little bit further, but I want to show you what it looks like. Barbecue grill, that's going with us, so I'm not taking that anywhere today. We have 2 refrigerators that we keep outside. One came with the trailer and was in there in the compartment. And then another one we bought, a standalone. This is the one we bought, a standalone, because it's got a bigger freezer unit in the top. Got a good sized freezer unit in the top. The other fridge has already gone to storage. This one's going to go today. This, of course, is the space where they were. Got lots of cleanup to do there. Some of the stuff that's going with us is in that box down there, and which is locked to the picnic table right now. And in that box is our generator and gas cans and propane bottles, the little tiny propane bottles for the barbecue. Lots of cleanup yet to happen here, but making good progress today. Okay, here we are at storage, and we had cleaned this up a couple of weeks ago, and it really looked nice and empty. And then we started moving more stuff back in. It doesn't seem as empty anymore, but it was a lot fuller when we had the furniture that we recently sold. But anyway, so there's the old Craftsman box right there. Craftsman. I don't recommend that one. I mean, I had to do a lot of work on it to get it to stay together, glue and screws and different things, and the Rubbermaid was much better. Rubbermaid's going to go right here. Now we will end up having stuff behind it that we may need to get to, so I don't think I'm going to put anything inside the Rubbermaid, just so it'll be lightweight and we can move it out if we need to. I don't want to disassemble them because they're just too difficult to get back together when you disassemble them, so I don't think I'm going to attempt that. As we prepare to head out for 5 months of travel and RV residency in different parks, I thought we'd show you how we have unloaded all of our stuff into storage. When you are in a site in your RV for a long time without moving, you tend to gather up a lot of stuff that you want to have near you, like an extra refrigerator or 2, and some outside storage boxes, and a bike or 2, and various other things. And then when you go on the road again, all that stuff's got to be put away. So that's what we've done over the past week or so as we get ready to take off for 5 months on the 1st of May. We'll be back here at this park in October, and we will be in this park from October through the end of April. So some of this stuff will come back out again. But then again, after you live without stuff for 5 months, maybe you decide that a lot of this stuff you didn't really need to begin with. So we'll see. But there is other stuff that I do like to have around us when we need it, like my expanding ladder. I really like my expanding ladder. That's very valuable to have. The power washer for when I wash the truck, because I don't like to have to go to a car wash. Extra hose, bike rack, that kind of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. And in the very back is all our stuff for Quartzsite. That will stay here even when we get back, because we're not going back to Quartzsite again until Thanksgiving. So all the Quartzsite stuff is in the back. But there we are, safe and sound in storage.